Nice. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and jump in here. Hello, everybody. Xstack here. We are back in Unity. I was just checking out something as I was queuing up the stream to get going. Is it going? Yep. I don't know, dozens of songs. Not listening to the same stuff every single time. Scroll down through there, double click one. There we go. So, since we left off last, I went ahead and got some other assets that match up with this asset pack I've been using so far. Let's see, here's some extra items, right? So some decoration type things we could use. Go ahead and kill Steam. And let's see what all we got in here. I haven't fully checked it out myself even, right? So like these ones, why are they not lined up with a single sprite? But whatever. Oh, I know why. They go in a building, I bet. And that's the placement they needed. So signpost, that's kind of cool. No, I did not draw these pixel art. I wish I did. I wish I was that good at it, but no. These are assets off the Unity's asset store. I'm checking them out right now. Wait, we can just go. So some of these, my original one, I had to do the Overworld Summer, but these 3 of these, he started using the actual tile system in Unity now, so that's cool. Plus to work out. And awesome, we've got some traps, it looks like, that we can use. Different types of hooks. Treasure chest, open and close, which is something I wanted to get or have done myself, so that's cool. Looks like some locked doors, various directions. I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe like the entrance, like light from it, perhaps. If I buy ready-made assets for my game, does that make me asset flipper? I don't think that it does. That's what the asset store is for, right? I mean, if you're talking about selling the assets independent of a game, no, then that's not allowed, I don't think. But if you're incorporating them into a game where you've added content to it, you've paid the person, I don't see what's wrong with that. That's what the asset store is for. If you couldn't do that, then why would there be a store? You couldn't include them as part of a game. It's all pretty cool stuff. So it looks like I can get one without these beams, but I can get ones with the beams, and there's different types of beams. Pretty cool. Some catwalks, and then support for the catwalks. Guess that should be over here in this corner, and then this should be there. They just didn't duplicate them, okay. Ladders to go up to them. That's gonna be interesting how to do that. Like, how do I make the catwalk walkable, but yet not walkable from the ground below? I'll have to figure that out. Okay, so what's Snowland? Pretty cool. Basically, it's the same tile as just snowy instead of grass. Ice. This will be for our winter area, I guess. Signs. Yep, signs there. Different types of signs too. Cool, I like that. A log. Cool. Okay, so that's just some of them, right? So that was the extras. That was the snowlands. That was the mines. Lately, asset flips have become a drag to award on the Steam. Yeah. Well, I can see where, like, if you're just taking, not really putting a lot of effort into the game itself, like, that would be a thing, right? But if you're making an actual game out of it and using the assets, it's no different than like hiring someone to build or to create these assets, right? If I was a full-blown development team, but it's just me. So these are new. This is new. Oh, wait, that's Snowland. That's what it is. Okay. So that one's new. The town, the interior is the other one. And dungeons. So he doesn't have the tile maps pre-made for those, so we'll have to make those. Let's see, can I open this up in Photoshop? And so that's like kind of a purple and green theme one. 164, there's 128. Color 2. It's more of a brownish theme. Hello, Odyssey. Eventually I'll get that name right. And this must be like a reddish version. Yeah, red there and blue there. So cool, it's got some variation so we can make multiple dungeons so they don't look too much the same, right? That's kind of good. Oh, what's these flames? Probably an animation set, isn't it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the shadows for things, okay. Up interiors. Windows. Is that the roof? What is that? I'm not sure what that area is. Let's take a look at this example. He has one, he does. Okay, so it's like walls? Yeah, I guess that's the wall. Huh. Those steps are really small too. Like a half floor difference or something, I don't know. Yeah, there's some nice variety you can build out of these. Oh, look at that. That plays in pretty good. Let me check that asset out with the storyline I was going for. Like cellular walls. I might need to edit this and get a sword for a character that way. I am working on like a storyline for this whole thing, so it's good that there's that there. Yeah, it's nice decorations items in here. Cool. I'm assuming these are just different color variations, so I can make like a blue rug. Yeah, cool. Nice. Those are PNGs. There is a Photoshop file, and I'm assuming that there is an adjustment layer. Not sure how these work, but they're here. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You can change those to whatever exact color you want. Nice. Same with this. What's this for? It's supposed to be these floors up here. Come on. Nope. This is for these walls, I guess. That's for everything else. Nope. Obviously, I'm not trying to actually change the colors and doing this. I'm just seeing what you can do with it. It's like everything changed except for maybe these down here. Yeah, there's no changing of these colors down here on these items. That's probably because they wouldn't look very good being wooden. I'm guessing. Pull all this junk out. I'm happy with it. That's kind of what I'm rough layout idea. Okay, let's close this scene, go back to the overworld scene. And we've got a tile already stuck to our cursor here, which we don't want. Go back to the overworld. I think we need to expand the size of this overworld significantly. All right. And maybe that should be one of our objectives today. Some of these things were here just for testing, but we need to start laying it out a little bit, right? Towns will be down here, and that's probably where we need to start. That's where the story's going to start. So that's part of the reason I got the town wall. Let's make a town palette. Town. Exterior towns. I think 1x1's appropriate. Great. It's gonna go into palettes. And then let's move this the main area here and go to our towns here. And this is where it's going to be really nice that we've got all these different color variations. I think we're going to probably end up putting most of these in. Like having the different roof colors will give us some nice variations in the houses. I just realized what you said. You said cellar walls, not cellular walls. That makes more sense. It does look like a cellar wall, the one section. Basement. Import! Nice cooking chili. Smells good. Almost done. So, the overall game is going to start in a town. It's going to give you the backstory of why you're doing what you're doing. And one of your first objectives is going to be to get a weapon for yourself. I don't want to go too much into the story yet because I'm trying to develop it all out still, so it's changing quite a bit. I think I got something that's workable though. Having a town would be part of it, regardless, right? Always something. Cool. Glad it worked for you. I found it nice, like being able to switch between versions and stuff. Got the hard drive space to have multiple versions of Unity installed in multiple projects. You can flip between the different versions really good with it. Okay. Awful. What happened? These look okay. I grabbed too much? I did. Dang. What it is. I grabbed all those, so it imported them all with funky settings. Okay, so we will go to edit mode. We will select everything. Again. We'll erase. Of course, don't let me erase everything. Now the question is, which way is the right way? Pulling in the individual items? Or pulling in the whole thing? Go to edit mode for this. So let's try this way. Palettes Town. Overwrite. Way to go! This is faster this time. Pixels per unit, 32. That's probably the problem. I think I need to set that to 128. Then it makes tiles the size. 1 unit big. Oh, maybe they're the right size. So let's go over to the over grassland, the overworld one. If it's this, they are set to 128. Let's grab that one, and that one. 128. Point no filters. Apply. I think that's gonna shrink these down on here, and then I need to re-input them again. Yep, it screwed it up. Okay, so there we go. Still got some in there. Somehow. That demo first. I don't see anything. Cool. Palettes Town. Select. Overwrite. So what kind of game are you working on? Assuming it's somehow related if you were talking about the caves and going from the overworld into the caves and all that. There we go. It's weird that that's inside that like that, but that's how it is. Nice paths, things. Like some type of wall system with some various different connectors from different directions. One for both ends with some paths, that's cool. We could build a wall around the town. Some signs, cool. Different types of signs. Armory. Brewery. Blank sign. Good, so we can put whatever we want on it. Doors. Good, so we can put, you know, this building with a door on it instead of this to make it look like you can't walk in. Closed or locked just to fill in some space, right, for things that we don't actually want to make it inside for. Now a little bigger. Lots of variety here, okay. Go back up to the top. Let's try and get it over there. I don't know where this placement, how this placement works in this, because it didn't seem to here before, but hopefully it'll be okay. Tile maps, no, we want to go into palettes. Down. Select. Please don't overwrite these. There's color too in the name, but shouldn't. Want to have this big palette to choose from for painting this stuff. We'll do one for interiors later. Do all the interior stuff later, I guess. Okay, looks okay. Not sure I'll use this color scheme. I might use this quite a bit. The roofs. Water looks the same. And then do the purples. Need to get these water tiles animations in for my overworld too, so I can start having animated tiles. I think I need to create a new tile type for that to allow it to be animated, and then throw in all the frames for each one. So it's a rule tile of some time, I think. Maybe I can probably do that next. There's that. Our new tile set, I'll say set up. Save, make sure everything's good. And let's go into Overworld Summer. And we'll go to the Grasslands tile maps. You see these, all there's water based in, right? And I think this first one's what we've got. I probably should pull this in as set those to 128. These must be different colors of the water tiles as well, and then the waterfalls. Okay. Shadows. We haven't messed with shadows at all yet. That's 128. That's 128. That would. Okay, so here's that. And getting this animation. Ugh. So where did I put my other stuff? So palettes, overworld, got a tiles folder I set up, and tiles. Can I create a tile? Animated tile. Gosh, I don't know what to call it really. Other than water. It's gonna be lots of different tiles when you set up. So water one. Let's do that for right now. So how many frames are there in this? We can go back over here. And it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and we're gonna start with this one. So it's gonna be this frame. And then this, I guess. That's the next one, looks like it. and then this, and that. That should be it. Lighter type. I don't know. Let's just do that like this, and then put this into this tile set over in this animated area. Let's pull this tile set down here, or palette down here. Let's go right in close somewhere and just plop this down. Oops. Going to do B. And play the game and see if it's animated. Could be in theory. And it's not gonna play, I just realized, because we didn't do the menu. Yay! How many times am I gonna do that? Now you can play it. Start. Yep, it's animated. Water's moving. Okay. Yeah, a lot of tiles, great. Great. Tile. Animated. Water 2. Okay, 4 tiles. Block the inspector so we don't have to jump back and forth. Do another project window too, can I? General project. Oh, you can't create more? There we go. Grasslands. File map. And it's this one first, right? Lock this inspector up here. We'll just stay down here on this one, and we'll lock that one. And we're going to grab this piece. That should be this one. Okay, I missed one, didn't I? That's number 1. 2. 3. Where is it? 2. 4. Okay. 2. Okay, so we could just keep going down this list, I guess, right? That one. Water 6. Tiles. Or 7. Nine. Four. Tedious job of doing this, but in the long run it should look better. And we're at this one now. We need to get all the way down to here. Yeah. At least water you can tap all with one hand. How's animated? All of them. That's a good one. You can kind of see more where it's progressing in and out a little bit. The other ones, it's really hard to tell because it's so subtle. Tile set. Animated tile set. Water 12. Broken water? What is that supposed to be? Water. Water 13. 4. Water 14. Tiles. Animated. Water 15. Oh, what was 14? Okay, that one. It's this. Bottom left of the circle. Bottom left circle. Tiles animated water 16. 4 cells. Files 17. Just the lone rock next. The rock and a baby. Hello. Water 19. Just a plain blue cell. Do we even need to animate that? Does it do anything? I'll grab it for the sake of being complete on this, I guess. In case there's some minor variations I just can't pick up on it right now. Water 20. Right hand side. After the solid blue. That's animated. Part 21. I got the left hand rocky stone. Rocky sandy beach. Yeah, sure. Like 2. Gonna be just the rocks. Let's skip one. Had to. There's one. Page number 2. 3. Yeah. That was right. Sandy pebbles. Sorry about that. Heard what it sounded like. Garage door opening up. So see if my wife's going somewhere. And only a lot more to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 of them more to go. Can't just duplicate that either, can I? Would be no. I can. Okay. So I need to delete those two. We'll create one brand new one. That's awesome. Animated. Water 25. And set it to 4. So I wanted this to be a blank one when I duplicate it. So I'm with Control D. 7, 28, 29. But the 40 is what we need to go, right? Okay, so we're at 25, which should be which frame? This. Let's see, what can we talk about? So earlier, I took my son and his friend to the movies. We watched Into the Spider-Verse. I was pleasantly surprised with how well it was. I kind of anticipated it being a stupid movie, but it turned out to be pretty cool. The art style in it was very interesting. Very different from any other computer-generated CGI movie I've seen. Nice to see that they aren't just like stagnating and repeating it over and over. And it fit the whole storyline very well too. That's the best part of it. Not trying to give spoilers away, but I'm gonna mention something that was in it. I noticed Spider-Pig. Was that a reference to something actually in the comic books at some point? Or was that from the Simpsons episode where he's got Homer gets a pig and he's like made a song up Spider-Pig? He's like walking him around on the ceiling and stuff in the episode. Yes, if you're still there watching me drag things around, thank you. And if you're sitting there waiting for me to make mistakes just so you can point it out, thank you again. If I make a mistake and you notice it, let me know. This. Yeah, I messed this up, didn't I? Should have been the underside of the right, not the top side. Should have been these. I'll buy it. Which is for the better, because that means there's only these left to go, which matches up with how many I made. The generic names of these songs that I've got from this epidemic sound. This one is Heavy Industrial Anger 5. Takes away from the rocky, almost metal sound to it when it's got a name like that. And we're done with one of them. I think that's all I'm going to do for now. This one, because I think that's the only color situation we've used. I don't think we've used this one at all yet. The waterfalls. Yeah, is there? Okay, the waterfall's not too bad. The waterfall must all be one sprite. Whole thing. Interesting. That's all one sprite. 3 different colors of the waterfalls again. We'll leave it like this for these. We'll go to our tile palette. Tiles, right? We got this one water one here. Okay, what do we gotta do to fix this stuff up now? So, edit, select, move. S, M. Move. Select, move. X, move. Yep. We're getting it. Select, move. There we go. Select, move. Okay, so it takes care of the water. It's just pools, right? Now we need to go, and I am going to do the waterfall. We're going to create a new one. Waterfall. Okay, we're going to hold this one down here, and we're going to go back to the tile map location. Let's see, that's the 128. Let's get this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I say there's 8 frames. Three, 4, 5. 5 should be there. 6, 7, 8. And then tiles, waterfall 1. Gonna move it over for alignment purposes. Now it looks like it's shifted somehow, right? Like it's not centered right. Now do we have 8 there? On tile maps, waterfall. It is set to 128. Let's just see how it locks in. To our scene view. Go to main overworld. And back to our tile palette. Grab this grass piece and paint that back. That go. Okay. I think those are in collision. Alright. So if we take this on collision. select all these first, then paint it. Why can I not paint this? I'm in edit mode. There we go. Yeah, see, it doesn't line up. That's super annoying. It just completely looks out of place. Well, let's paste it there and play the game and walk over there and see what it looks like. I want to see what parts of this animate, see if all these like jagged lines are just the bottom. Okay, go main menu. Start. Oh, yeah, we're super zoom. Duplicate the centered sprites. Just the whole thing. I'm 100% sure I followed you on that. Sorry. Let's see. So everything else I've got centered up. Unless you mean like shift them. Let's look at it in this. Maybe the sprite editor. Seriously, those weren't applied? That could do it right there. It would never got applied the 128 on it. No, it's probably generating shapes. The sprite editor shows it's correct, so right there's the bounds of it, right? So it goes over to the edge. There's 4 of them. It's 512. So 28 plus 128 is 256 plus another 128. So that's 4 cells wide, right? That should work. Let's just delete. Just go in here again, waterfall. Still didn't center it. I might need to slice it into smaller sprites then. I think it's trying to place it centered within the area. There's no other options on these to do this. Different. I think it's just centering it within the bounds of what it's set up at. Because it's the even number of tiles. You know, that half there, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Centering it up like that. Yeah, the only other thing I can think of is to break it up into much smaller sprites themselves. That's it. They're 512 wide. They're not 128 wide. And 384 high. So if I made the Sprite 128 wide and made 4 of them there like that, and did this one and this one and this one, this one, this one, this one, we would end up with 4 different tiles across. That would be the right dimensions. Calculator. 84 divided by 128 is 3, so it's an odd number. So when we place it vertically, it's not off, right? Because it's an odd number there. For now, let's do that. We'll have to revisit this one because I don't want to drag that many things around right now. I don't know why. I'm not in the mood for that. I'll do it eventually. Not tonight. That'll be something like on a lunch break or something. Take that. Let's start laying out of town, I guess. I mean, we're not going to get it done tonight. I don't have enough time. I can usually go to about 9 o'clock, which is about another 20 minutes or so. Most. Really? I was trying to tell my wife I thought I heard the garage door open. Apparently I said the grave. I heard the grave. This is autocorrect. I asked if she was leaving too. Why? 'Cause I heard the grave. It's not a veiled death threat or anything. That's awful. My holdback is completely unjustified. I need to just start doing this because what I want to have happen is I draw out the space for the town and then links into all the other areas, right? What I'm afraid of though is we won't link up properly with this area. But guess what? This is just a testing area. It's useless. So I can get rid of that fear, I guess. There we go. I think we need to just start drawing a road. Ground level. I'm gonna take this palette off screen for a moment so I can get some more screen real estate because I've got another monitor here. That gives me enough space to see what I'm drawing, I guess. Is it space? Control space? Shift space? Aha, shift space. So let's pick this. I said this one. Okay, holding shift does nothing for straight lines. Awesomeness. Make them triple wide roads for the main roads. We're just kind of prototyping here on the fly. How big is this tents? 2 by 3. Can't put it in the center then. What else we got we can put in there? Do that. Not draw a straight line. It kind of looks a little better than other stuff. More of a major paved road, I think, for the big city. There's some level of randomness to it. Prototyping, right? More like this, right? I think we went a different level though. Drawing on the ground, we would need to draw that up on collision. We wanted one like that. And we put this next to it. Uh-oh. That one needs this piece. Then go.
And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars.
Oh dang, can't put them right beside each other though. Can we? Nope. Gotta have that extra space in there to make it look right. Does it? I think it does. Okay. Then we can grab that. That.
Let's make the most of this night. Come on, baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't want to do.
Very grand looking city this way. That might be better for the castle city. It's very, very fancy looking, right? It's not a small village vibe to it very much. So instead, maybe we go back on this stuff here. We just place down for these edges. And I want you guys' opinion if you're watching. So, does this feel more like something that'd be in a big castle city? Or does this feel like it would be in a small village? Like a rural village. Maybe the bricks are okay for this? But even then, I'm thinking maybe we go back to moving this. Oops, we're on the wrong layer here. Right layer. Rid of those, and then B to draw with this. So like use this instead. Right, it's still a path. It's more of a dirtish feel to it. Also do the one that's this color. That's the same color. Didn't look like it. Okay. So like use that color, maybe surround it with the grass instead of the walls. Just messed up there a little bit. And then let's go to the collision layer, get rid of these walls. Have that kind of look to it instead. Back to the ground. Even for this being a rural town, the width of that road's pretty big, right? Then we can throw in some of these. Just to decorate it up a little bit. Some of these. Just a little bit of this as well. That's... Okay. And there's options to do in this stuff as well. So we could have bricks along it, and then that gives us this darker look. We could do. Guess this would be down here, wouldn't it? That doesn't give us the cracked look for them though. I think this is probably more appropriate for the town. For. So. Could spend a lot of time doing rule tiles for all this stuff, so that it will automatically figure out what tile to pick for where. But I don't know that the amount of time to do that is worth it. It is a big investment, time to set this up. Z is awesome. Let's start with that. Let's grab a house. Happened to my music. Wrong button. This needs to be on a different layer altogether. In the collision layer. But you can't walk into that. Walk through the house, right? When we do that, it starts to show up over top of the other things, right? I'm thinking like one there. There. And we'll make some variations to these. Just trying to get the framework form set up right now. Also put this in. Oh, I guess that's gonna be on top of that. There's all sorts of different types of roof layouts too that we can use. If I wanted to do something like this, I could. I need to grab these two. Go. And then I can grab something like this, I think. Close. Just like need to be on a different decorative layer that's above the collider though. So let me explain that. So our collision layer is on order or I might need 2 collision layers or something. The other layer doesn't need collisions at all, though. This is up in the air. You know, if he can walk, he's gonna walk under that, I should say. So let's create another tile map. This is a tile map object. Create 2D tile map. Top deco. So for decorations on top of collisions, basically. No collisions on it itself. No collider, no rigid bodies, nothing, right? So there's that. Oh. Put it here, please. Same with this. And then somehow I need to make that look right, so I think an underneath layer of that. So if we did deco instead of ground there. Okay, that's looking better now. Okay, so Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. I think I didn't put it on top deco, those 2 pieces. I didn't have it selected. Let's grab this one, top deco. Why can't I paint that there? Top deco's on top of my deco. Because top deco's unchecked. Top deco. Oh, okay. I get it now. Collisions 4, we need to make top deco 5. Sorting order. Okay, so now we can go to the deco layer and add in our wall so that it's underneath this stuff. It looks like the house is connected now. Okay, good. Next, we need to go back to top deco, I guess. Do this. Alright, you know, you can't see what I'm doing on the other screen, and just makes it easy to do it this way. There. Doesn't quite line up, does it? Those tiles are not accurate. Grab these instead. Two. see. Gosh, just because it's too close to the front edge. There's no easy way of grabbing the right combinations in here, I think, that I need. Try that one. So we can put that there and there. But then it's messing up, like, the dark part here looks okay, but the lighter part here does not. So, like, we could put that there. And above that, we can put that, but that's not right either. It needs to be this one, which is what we've got, and that's where it messes. This needs to be one higher in that spot for that to work. That's gonna be that. And then we can move these, I think. Select it first, and then move. There we go. And then done collision. Got the order of these all messed up probably, but I'm getting there. So we want to select these two, move them up one. And then we just need to fix the roof. Place that piece with this piece. There. It visually looks okay, right? That's what I was going for. Oh. And then we can put door on it, right? We wanted to not allow. Let's see how it looks. Find the door thing. This. Looks okay. Doesn't have the stone underneath it now. But we can fix that. So if we undo that and go to top deco, right? So that other layer that goes on top of everything else, and paint that over and then over top of it. Yeah, we still get the step there, but the door shut. Okay, so let's take a look at it like this now. What is on top deco? That stuff, and that stuff only. None of that's going to be glider based, right? Let's grab everything round and all that stuff. Okay. Get rid of top deco. What are we looking at? That's where you can't walk, basically. That's okay. Maybe from a perspective standpoint, maybe we should chop off like right here and put it on top deco. Only. So you can walk behind the building a little easier. For now, we're okay. Let's grab this piece here. Yeah. What are we painting on? Dang it. Paint on ground. I'm just painting underneath the doorstep and everything. Just so it looks completely seamless. There's no gap there at all. Because see, there would have been a gap. And do corners are appropriate. This style, right? That. There we go. And we don't have regular grass. Anyway, we can put flowers in by the houses too. We do have regular grass on this tile sheet. Cool. Round. Let's do a fill. If you've never used this before, there's different buttons. Each one does something different, so we can use a fill like that. Let's go ahead and start filling in our ground here. Just so we don't have to do this later. Once buildings are down. Path off to this one. That corner. Let's use this. That. Random flowers around the town. And this is just getting started, right? I know this took a long time to get here, but it's what we want, right? We don't want to rush this. We want this to look nice. It's all done. Let's go top deco. See a mistake on this house over here. Top deco. So in theory, if I did this right, I don't think that it's set up quite that way. The top deco layer could make it go on, the player go under it if we set it up to a high enough layer. Right now, it's only set to 5. The player goes way higher than that. He's got so many layers to him. We've got lampposts we can put in. We've got all these different little shanties and stuff. Not sure what that's about. If we could make this bigger and put that in it somehow. A longer pond. In fact, let's do something on this side, on the collision layer. So we'll start it like here. That far. What am I doing? doing something silly. Give it some decoration to it. This type of object should be on the deco layer. It's down low, but it's not meant to be.
You can call me stupid.
Above most things, right? A few things.
You can say I'm lazy. You can say I'm weak. You think that using her would get to me. And if you're right, then you're in trouble, D. 'Cause I won't break, no, I know I won't wait. You're in trouble.
No way to flip that, unfortunately, because it looks like it should be set up from the other side, but put it on the north side of the road. Think like a little market district.
But when it comes to her, you better keep it sealed. Don't you dare say a single word, or I will strike you where it feels. You think that using her would get to me, and if you're right, then you're
That was Deco. Dang it. Gotta get out of the habit of just clicking the picture onto the ground. I need to pick the right layer before I start drawing. Ground. I was just thinking, oh, if I'm doing this right, I can make these go underneath these like that, right? And I can make the grass go right up to it. So I can do this. And that's a tile that's not in this tile set. Anywhere. And that's a tile that, like, goes 3 sides, right? Right, that's it. Like, if I had road, grass, road, there's nothing that would handle that. That's what I meant. Let's get rid of collision for a moment. Where did I paint those? Deco? This probably shouldn't be on Deco. Brief Unity, you made this hard enough. Why can't I select it over here and it just maps to the tile map associated with it? So, Deco, erase. Then go back to collision. I can paint this in now. Do. And grab this. What? No. Select. Move. There we go. Go to ground layer. Grab that. The brush. Go. Now if I turn top deco off. Collision, I mean. Looking better. And then on layer deco, we can start doing this, right?
Freezing outside, a little bit high on the feeling. Can't seem to focus. In the corner of my best friend's sofa, you were getting buzzed on rum and cola. Wasn't brave enough yet just to talk to you.
So you can't quite see them, but it's still adding to it, I think, by having them there a little bit. He's got something under his desk, under his table that he's trying to sell too. Can't really put it on top of the shelf. I don't think. What if we do top deco? Yeah, we really can't because it's going to be in front of the whole thing then, because it's not up high enough. Maybe these? No.
Smoking outside, trying to get your attention. You make me
Really nothing. Works for that. If I do deco.
in the corner of my best friend's sofa. You were getting buzzed on rum and cola. Wasn't brave enough yet just to talk to you.
We'll get there. Okay, so it is now 20 minutes after 9. I really should be stopping at 9 every night, based on work nights. So I'm probably going to call it here, but this is our progress for today, right? So we got all these assets imported. We set up a bunch of animations for water and things like that. Kind of looked into what we could do with these various different buildings a little bit. Still got a ways to go. We're starting on our town. I don't have a feel for how many houses exactly yet. But we'll get there. I'll design it out on the fly as we go. Make it awesome. Maybe I'll spend some time offline on it too. But for tonight, oh. Bye everybody.